Huh. Hello. This is the first tutorial video on setting up an aircraft with the flight simulator package. And in the last video, we did the basic aircraft setup procedures like rigid body, capsule collider, added the wheel system, and the camera system. Let me just adjust this. Just center it. Okay, perfect. So here is where we stopped for the last video. As you can see, the wheel system is working correctly. The wheels are moving with the wheel models are moving with the wheel collider, and the camera system is working perfectly. So what we'll be doing in this video is setting up the aircraft engines. So the AC-130 uses 4 Allison C56 turboprop engines, and I've pulled up the specifications from Wikipedia. So turboprop, the length is 3.7 meters, diameter 0.69, weight and the maximum RPM is 13,820. So we'll be using all those values in setting up our aircraft. So the first thing is to go back to the engine model and create a new game object, because I want the engine to be on an empty game object while the model will be inside of it. So Allison C56 turboprop 1, right? I think I got the spelling correct. Okay, sorry. The Allison is double L. So what I do now is I add the turboprop engine component. Alright, so the next thing I have to do is to create the thruster transform. So I have the thruster transform. So this will guide the engine on how to apply the thrust force to the aircraft. So as you can see here, the diameter of the engine is 0.69 meters. So I impute that 0.69 meters. Alright, so let me assign the rigid body and the thruster component. Okay, so I have to rotate this, I guess. Okay, yes, I have to. So this should be 90 degrees forward, and it will be pushed back a little bit, because okay, let me just turn this off so that you can see where the exhaust of the engine is. Alright, so I have to move the thruster to where the engine exhaust is, and that is somewhere around here. Okay, so the next thing is, let me adjust the size so that it at least closely matches that exhaust space I have in there, which is this. Okay, I think this is too big for this, so let me go back and adjust this. I'm going to leave this at 95%. The engine weight according to Wikipedia is 880 kilograms. I'm going to set that 880 kg. The overall length I think is 3.711. Alright, so 3.711. The high pressure fan RPM is 13,000. We checked it somewhere here, 13,820 RPM, 13,820 RPM. No, sorry, that would be for the low pressure fan. So the high pressure fan will be something around 18,653. We're going to try and check that and see if it is correct later and make some changes if it is not. The next thing we need now is the compression ratio. Alright, let me check that. So I'll listen T56 to prop compression ratio. Okay, so the compression ratio is 9.25. Okay, so we'll go back and you have 9.25. It uses JP6, I think. Okay, sorry, JP8. The full tap is JP8. So I select that JP8. You don't have to worry about the full tank, it is assigned automatically. So the fuel consumption is 2.412 per hour. So 2142 pounds per hour. Now we're going to assign a default value. Now let's just leave the value at 0.856. I'm going to do the calculations later and check what our amount to in this. The next thing is to assign the sound to have start, default start, default short start, and propeller idle. Okay, now show extras. I have to assign a smoke particle. So what I'm going to do now is create a new game object called effects and search for smoke, exhaust smoke, paste that into the effect, then rotate it 90 degrees, no sorry, negative 90 degrees, that's backwards. Let me move it so that it's somewhere here. Alright, that's perfect. So let me assign that into this. I can leave the destruction settings for now, and I'll come back to that later. Okay, so this engine is set up now. I think we can test the engine now. No, sorry. There's something else we have to do, that is create a fuel distributor system. So you go to propulsion, fuel system, fuel distributor. You move it into the engine system as usual. Reposition. I think I'm going to write a script to do this for me later. So select the distributor, then go into the propulsion system, fuel system, create fuel tanks, then create the internal tank. And let's go back to the properties of the engine and check if it is specified. No. Now let's search for that. AC130 130 internal flow. Okay, now this is the fuel capacity, that's 27,216 kilograms. So I impute that 27,216 216. So the next thing is to assign the internal flow right here. This creates these new systems, and now I think the next thing is, since I'm just testing the engine, let me assign that internal fault directly to the engine. Now note, this is just for test. Once I'm done with the full setup, the aircraft does that by itself. Okay, now let me test this. I think it should work directly. Okay, now this is just because I have not finished the full setup. Start. Maximum shaft horsepower I have is 4,900. So what I'm going to do now is, I think this should be for the air pressure fan, and the low pressure fan should be 8,654. Because I remember that I've done this before and I used a value that is somewhere around there. So let me restart the engine. Value is not, yes. So that is the basic engine setup. I'm going to come back for some advanced and further setup of the aircraft. All right.